Hi friends, it's Jake here from Canadian Cutting Edge. I don't know why I did the eyebrow thing. Canadian Cutting Edge. Woohoo! Today is our 100th video. Woohoo! Celebrate with me, will you? Yeah. And we're going to take a look at this big guy. The Real Steel Takin H9. Or the H9 Takin. Whichever way you want. It's a big real steel blade, Chinese brand, that I've been hanging on to over 4 months. I've had this knife, and I've been waiting for just the right video to share this with, because I like big knives, and I like this knife quite a lot, and I'd like to share it with you. So please stick around, celebrate 100 videos with me. 388 subscribers right now. Well, it might be more by the time I post this on Sunday morning. It's Saturday at noon right about now when I'm recording this. And yeah, I'm just a happy camper. So let's take a good look at this nice knife, and I hope you'll be as impressed as I am. Stick around. There we go. Look at that blade. It fills up the screen there. My hand is pretty big in the screen. Look at that. Okay, from the setup I've got right now, I'm in an awkward position trying to look at what you can see on frame just to see how well lined up I am for everything. Okay, for most of this shot, I won't be able to see what's on what I'm recording, so hopefully I'll do a good job of it. I'm just trying to get this thing set up with the light and everything just right. I've been working with that for quite a while to try to get everything to work the way I want it to. Let's clean off this blade so you can really see how everything looks. That's a bit better. So let's start off with the, well, you've already seen how good looking this thing is. Let's start off with the specs here. This guy's almost 10 inches long when it's open. It's more like 9 5/8 of an inch open length. That's like 24.5 centimeters. When it's closed, just the handle is like 5 1/8 inches. That's about 13 centimeters. And this blade is like 4 3/8 of an inch. A nice big chunk of a blade. Oh, and I did that measurement wrong. Well, look at that. I said that's over 4 centimeters. I'm probably meaning that's over 14, right around 14 centimeters. Nope, that would be wrong too. So it's right around 12 centimeters for that blade. So not bad at all. It's a big knife. It's a very functional knife. I like how it feels in my hand. They made this, you can see how it comes up and then comes down like a, sort of like a triangle, like a, a ramp kind of on both sides. So it's got this narrow, comes wide, and then it comes narrow again. And it's just a very, very comfortable knife in the hand. Just looking at it, it looks kind of comfortable. But when you actually have it in your hand and you feel it, it's actually very comfortable. The widest distance is less than 3/4 of an inch by just a little bit, like where the 2 points meet back on the side here. So it's not like too fat in the hand, and it's certainly not too thin. I've got a large size mitt, and if I put my index finger right at the front of the knife, look at that, there's lots of room. So you guys with the biggest mitts out there, you guys are going to be able to handle this knife no problem. In my typical kind of hold, I hold it more like this, and so my fingers are laying on an angle across it. It still doesn't come quite to the end. It looks like it from the top view, but not really. And my thumb is often just a little bit behind that thumb disc. Sometimes when I cinch up on it a bit, like if I'm making a feather stick or something, my thumb's just over that thumb disc. That helps give control and help make stuff, cuts really, really well. I'm just as comfortable with this in my right or my left hand. It's just a really, really nice knife. Stonewash blade, as you can tell. Wharncliffe tip on it, so it's nice end of the blade. I like how that looks a lot. It's a real, it's a good folding bushcrafter's knife. Now, I know. Bushcrafters need to have fixed blades, full tang preferably. Yes, I hear you, and I agree with you. This is a good backup in case you either lose your proper bushcrafting knife, or you lose the edge on it and you forgot to bring anything to sharpen it with, and there's no nice stones around or things that you can improvise to sharpen with, and you've got this in your bag. Pull it out. It will do a good stand-in job for you. I really like the how it's just non-flashy. You know, it's just there, and it's just nice and subdued. But I just found out, and I've got no idea really how to substantiate if you can get it or not. But there's one picture on realsteelknives.com that has the thumb disc, the steel liners, and the pocket clip all in a blue steel. I'll insert the picture right here. Isn't that a good looking knife? For an extra $15 US approximately, you can buy directly from Real Steel Knives. I suspect that's the only way to be, I suspect that's one way to be more sure that you're likely to get their newest blades, their newest productions. And if they're doing that with their newest production knives, you know, I'm very tempted to get one, although my budget's really not going to allow for it. This is a sort of at the high end of my low budget limits. In Canadian dollars, you can get this for $68 Canadian. On realsteelknives.com, you can pay $69 US for this knife. But at most US outlets like Blade Works and other similar big stores, you're looking at about $53, $54. I did find one store called Perry Knife Works. They've got it on for 49 bucks, and they charge like $6 shipping. Great big knife, great value. The pivot screws are all covered by the scales. It's easy enough to take the scales off if you need to adjust the pivot. I think I'm going to need to change the alignment. Like I've said, I've had this for 4 months, and it's come just a little bit loose, and at the tip here you can see that the alignment's off a little bit. If the blade was just this long, you know, and it'd be like a typical 3-inch knife, you wouldn't tell that the blade centering's off. It'd be pretty close. But just because you can get right to the tip and see it right there, it's off by just a tiny bit. Liner lock. You've got nice little scallops to release the liner right there. That works really good. It slides really good. It just is a really nice handling knife. You know, they put that little bit of texture on the bottom of this disc for your finger to grab to release the knife when you want to deploy it, I mean. Great knife, great size. This is Sandvik steel. This is 14C28N. That's a good steel. For the price, you're definitely not getting a bad steel at all. Hardness here of about 58 to 60, Rockwell hardness. And it doesn't look like it or feel like it, but it's just a very slight hollow grind on the blade here, which helps it to have some longevity. You'll be able to sharpen it for quite a long time before the steel starts getting too thick to be really practical. So that's another really good thing about this knife. So how does the thing work as far as cutting? Well, this is paracord, and it cuts just great all over the knife. The blade has a nice gentle belly all the way across, so that works quite well. I will quadruple this up to see how well this knife cuts through 4 layers of paracord. Here we go. No problem, zipped right through that. I've got enough left here, you know, to do that again with just 3 of them. It's no problem at all. Nice sharp blade. It's not going to stop working for you. I've had this knife for, well, like I said, 4 months. And like most of my knives, when I go to do reviews, I don't do anything with the edge until after I've reviewed it. See how it grabs the nail? It's nice and sharp all the way along, so that nail test works. And that's, you know, real wire. It's got steel. You can see in there it's got steel wiring and everything. Steel, probably copper. Now let's try something else. I've got a little bit of this left. I'm running out on this belt to do my tests with that you've seen in some of my other videos. I've ordered some more. Hopefully it comes soon. 1.5 inch wide, thicker than a seat belt. And let's see how well it cuts. Not bad at all. Look at that. And let's see if we can cut through this way. No problem at all. So if you're looking for a larger size knife, I really recommend this. It's a little bit heavy. It's 6.8 ounces. But look at that little clip. People aren't going to think you're carrying a big knife. Because of the weight and the length of it and everything, that's a deep enough carry clip that it's never going to come out by accident while you're carrying it. There's the Real Steel Knives logo right there, RSK. I'll do a little bit of video where I open this up so I show you what that pivot looks inside. But what if I want to adjust the alignment? I have to open up the knife and show you that stuff. So I'll do that right here. All right, we're back. And this has been the H9 Takin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If you like this video, please click on the like down here at the bottom, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel, please. That makes a big difference to me. And my subscribers are the best, just like most knife guys are the best, knife gals too. And I really appreciate the friendship that I built over these 100 videos. Yeah, I think I've built some genuine friendships, and interacting in the comments is one of the highlights of my day. I try to get to there a couple times a day and take a look at it. Those of you who've seen some of my other videos, you know that I have a chronic pain disability. That's why sometimes I can't find the right words and stuff. My brain is a little bit messed up. And yeah, because I'm on some really strong pain-killing drugs. And I've got a little bit of a mobility issue too. But if you take a look at my profile picture, that's on a mountain in Jasper National Park in Canada. Just a few years ago, it was a particular day that I just happened to feel really good. I did this one walk. Of course, I couldn't use my walker, but I used two walking sticks, mountain hiking sticks, and I made it up this mountain, and I got this really nice picture. And that's one of my highlights, and that's one of my goals, is to be able to get back into all the way up that mountain one day, sometime soon. You know, it's out for this summer because, you know, everything's falling, the leaves are falling, it's starting to get cold. But I do have a goal. And thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for being my friends. Thanks for enjoying knives together with me. And this knife is a definite recommend in my books. If you're looking for a bigger folder, take a good look at this one. Real Steel Knives has got a lot of good knives. This one is kind of unique, and I really like it. And I wouldn't mind getting everything from Real Steel Knives. So thanks for sticking around. Remember, guys, always cut towards your chum and not your thumb. Bye now. Woohoo! 100 videos.